Okay, in 4D question number 8, you have to complete the table. And the three things in the table are the gradient, and they've actually been provided to you in every question, so we know the gradient. And we either have the x-intercept and we're asked to find the y-intercept, or we have the y-intercept and we're asked to find the x-intercept. Okay, I think there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can do it by a graphing method, and if I show you example A in a graphing method, I know my x-intercept is -3. And I know my gradient is +3. So if I was to come across 3, I need to go up 3 times 3, up 9. Therefore, there's my coordinate there, which is 0, 9, and the y-intercept is 9. And I was able to obtain that by creating a gradient triangle where gradient is rise over run, and that had to be 3. So I read a run of 3 and then up 9, because 9 over 3 gave me 3. The other method that you could choose is that if you know the gradient is 3, then y equals 3x plus c, and you don't know point C. You do know the x-intercept, which is -3 and 0, so you could sub in -3 and 0, and I'd end up with y is 0 when x equals -3, 0 equals -9 plus c, c equals 9. So I could use an algebra method, or I could use a graphing method. What does that look like in question part E? I won't choose E because I know what the x-intercept is. I'll choose C because that will give me the y-intercept. Using the graphical method, I know that my y-intercept is at 1/2. And I know that my gradient is 1/2. So if I was to draw a gradient triangle, I need to go over 1 and up 1/2 to give me a gradient of 1/2. Or alternatively, if I go down 1/2 and I go backwards 1, then that's going to give me a gradient of rise over run. My rise is -1/2, and my run is -1, and that also gives me 1/2. Therefore, -1 should be my x-intercept. And of course, to do that last question, I know the gradient is 1/2, so I know y equals 1/2 x plus 1/2, and solve for the x-intercept. Therefore, y equals 0. 0 equals 1/2 x plus 1/2. -1/2 equals 1/2 x. X is going to equal -1/2 divided by 1/2, which gives me -1 as an answer. So of all of these, you could either draw a gradient triangle, making sure that you move your point to the point where it's either the x or y-intercept, or you can use the equation and solve.